do anything. We're on board with Oscar Coper as they do absolute mesmerizing battle. Let's break away the timing tower. You don't need to see that. We need to see what happens here between the boys.
He's gone too early. He's gone too early. Sorry, he's gone too early. Has he gone too early? He's got the speed. This is going to be a photo finish to the line. Does Campbell have it? Campbell, Armstrong. Campbell's got the lead. No, it's Armstrong. It's Armstrong by the barest of margins. By the barest of margins. It's Armstrong. And I mean the barest.
That was us yesterday or not yesterday, 2 days ago when we were with the Racing Team Members World Series at the Boys in Daytona Toys track of the road course. Welcome and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we?
Good evening, Rob.
Yeah, welcome, Craig. Yeah, you just heard yourself. How about that?
It was very good, but let's just address the elephant in the room. As much as that was a fantastic, and I mean a fantastic race. Yeah, Armstrong had a time penalty and unfortunately did not win the race. All that
It's all gone wrong.
Now, Rob, welcome to Montreal, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Montreal. 19 Celsius, 66 Fahrenheit, humidity at 48%, and something weird. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the European Sprint Series, but there seems to be something missing. Where are the LMP1s?
I don't know.
Where
You tell
are
me.
they? Well, nowhere. For the first time ever in a long time, an all Porsche lineup in the LMP1s, we have two LMP1s. Two. Count them. 1, 2.
Oh no, there's an Iron Brew LMP2 now.
Two LMPs walk into Montreal. Only one will survive.
I've just seen the curse. Look at this. The car number 27. It's a Ferrari SF1000 livery.
Brave.
Yeah, but it's nice and red though.
It is nice and red.
Welcome to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. As you saw on the onboard, or not on the onboard, sorry, on the detailed start, track is looking clear today. A little bit of wind, but as is per usual. But that, as Tobias Ogrodnik demonstrates for me perfectly, this track is lethal. That's not the way of putting it. It's lethal.
It's a tight track. Ferrari Center is a very nice set of corners, I must admit. In terms of motor race, I do love the Ferrari Center at the start. That little right into the hard left, and then that little long sweeping, not a hairpin, it is like a hairpin, 108-degree turn. Then into a set of not one, not two, but three. Yes, 3 sets of chicanes. Turn 3 and 4, 6 and 7, and 8 and 9. Then to Lapingle, the hairpin, and down to the Casino Straight before the Wall of Champions. And who will hit the Wall of Champions tonight? Who knows? We have champions here. We also have Will Lyon, if you were mentioning, in an Iron Brew livery. We've got a Ferrari. We've got a Dallara in Ferrari clothing. I mean, we've got Ferraris. In fact, I've never seen this many Ferraris full stop. Shall we
Ferraris are out with the boys. Yeah, let's go over the results while we see a Porsche 911 go around.
Right, LMP1s, it's going to be really long, this LMP1 field, so I will go as fast as I can, because Jan Korves takes pole position for 120, 131. Daniel Naz with second position, 123, 364. And I finished the LMP1s. Pietro Pioca, pole for the LMP2s, a 123, all the 6s. Christopher Herbignol, a 124.05, 1 in P2. Michael Greening, a 124.528. Will Lyon switching cars to an LMP2 today, a 124.870 for 4th in the LMP2. And Roman Walter on 124.924. David Swartz, the 4th, 125.934. Carlos Frutos, 126.010. and Marcus Nagle on 126.389. Matt, bye. No, come back, Matt, on 126.656. Lassie Nielsen, the third, at 126.995. Calvin Merv, at 127.657. Javier Gomez, at 128.787. Let's just go into the GTEs then. Now with Dave G. Owen on 133.42. Tobias O'Donick on 135.42. And then Adam, come on, say it because I always forget it. Adam
Isaacson.
Adam Isaacson at 136.42. He's my helper today. Gail Valero at 130.963. Kevin Richard at 131.091. Wojciech Koppel at 131.190. Oh, sorry, Richard was an 091. I apologize. Marcel Rapch for 131.238. Jerome Charvet at 131.412. Akan Batur. Nice to see him as a streamer. I do know that streamer. Very, very good there. 131.431. Andrea Stefanina at 131.559. Mateus Debsk, I apologize, at 131.855. Pablo Javier Ruiz at 132.137. Philip Ploon at 132.426. Lucas Palowski at 142.438. Brian Molitor at 142.444. Frank Smits at 132.504. Rodrigo Melendez Jacob at 132.540. Mario Hernandez, the fifth, at 133.164. Sergey Sorotov at 133.346. 4 non-qualifiers, all in the LMP2s. Mateus Luminous, Sasha Black, Ladislav Karochil, and Rutger Hebrich. And I don't think a couple of them... No, Rutger has not taken the field, so I don't think he is a starter today.
Let me just point this out, by the way, that you got... What's his name? Urbano. Christophe Urbano. Like, first time, bang on. To me, that would have been one of the names that we would have gotten tripped up on. But then... It's just like, why can we get that name right? Yet we can't get a name like Isaacson right.
Isaacson. There we go, yeah. Christophe Urbignon. No problem. We. Isaacson?
Pass.
Yeah. Pass.
As the LMP ones go off, we're looking mainly at the LMP2s as their field gets ready to start off. The car number 1, Pitardi Picella. And he is part of Team Redline, and he's going to be starting beside Christophe Urbignon of Delta Sport. So it is Redline and the boys, and we're just going to see how the big boys go off. It's only going to be 2 of them, so don't expect us to... I mean, look at this. 2 LMP1s. And, yeah, off they go. Yeah, bye-bye LMP1s. This
is what we want to see, though.
Yeah, this is what we want to see. The LMP2s are now starting off as they come past the start-finish line now, as the car of number 1, Pietri Pocella, leads them off. By the way, Andrea Stefina, he's actually starting from the pits as they go around the first corner. Not too shabby, I think. First corner is always a bit where the antics start, but they're actually all spaced out, except that is... That's somebody striking the wall. That's David Schwartz going sideways, coming up to the first big test, and he's fine, having to chase down the car number 27 of Carlos Frutos up ahead of him. He's lost 2 places already. He's gained back 1. Oh no, sorry, he gained 2 and he's already lost 1 to the car number 27 of Carlos Frutos. He's gonna have to navigate the very dangerous sections of this track. What about the GTEs? Dave Owen in the lead for the LMP. Oh, sorry. I was going to say LMP2s. I was like, no, that's not an LMP2. That's a Ferrari. Very,
getting your cars mixed up there,
very,
Rob.
Very psychedelic pattern. He's leading. Adam Isaacson.
Yeah, Isaacson takes P2 away to start the race there. It looks like a little bit of a battle brewing behind. That's Richard and Koppel so close up. A lot of group racing at the moment, as you'd expect, side by side as well. At the back is Batur with Stefanina, and Stefanina loses another place. Started in the pits, and it's at the front of the field there. A little bit of an issue with a pit lane start, but going okay. I'm curious to see if anybody's going to hit the wall. Nobody's hitting the wall at the moment. At the first lap around Montreal, looks pretty clean. As we see a little bit, look at that, the back though. That's Charvet and Batur having a little bit of a battle there. Looks like Batur was a little bit held up there from Charvet, trying to see if he can do an over-under or just stay behind. It looks like it's going to be a fuel saving. But, oh, look at the line. Almost sliding. Misses the apex there from Batur. And Charvet just holding in. You can see that he wants to go faster. You can see he wants to get by. Just being held up a little bit from Charvet in the Ferrari. But two cars, I think, in the top 10 that are not Ferraris. That is O'Donnell in a Ford and Richard in a Porsche. So that just shows the dominance of the long straights that you get on Casino Straight here.
Anakin, I was about to say Anakin Badur, but no, it's Batur. I can dream, okay? I can dream that is Luca Badur's son, came back to racing, okay?
We don't talk about Luca Badur, okay?
What? Why would we talk about Luca Badur?
He was a good driver. He came in a bit too late. Near the front of the LMP2 field, that is Roman Walter.
No, sorry, that's Jerome Charvet. He's gone round. That's actually multiple cars going. Oh my goodness gracious, that's Marcel Rapport gone around. Sheeny macaroni.
Rapport, Rapport. I have no idea what happened there. You can see on the replay. Unfortunately, I went away from it, so did not see what happened.
Here's a replay. We're on overhead with Marcel Rapport. What on earth happened? Oh, crikey! He got side-struck by a car that had an accident. Oh, that was.
Oh my days!
Absolutely sent to the sun. That is the car of. I can't see the car number. That was one of the cars was Charvet, by the way. Let's see from his perspective what happened. He was battling. Oh, and a car struck him in the rear, and then slid. Couldn't. He was holding his brakes, but Charvet is also a victim in that front end damage. And Marcel, out of no fault of his own, he's already towed into the pits, and I'm afraid that's the end of his race.
Philip Plune has had a moment as well, but I looked at it. Plune going around. He's got a lot of damage. I think that might be. I think he got taken out around turn 7. He's now coming down to turn 8. No, he took turn 8 and 9. So yeah, no idea what happened there to Plune. All the way to the back of the field now. A little bit of battling near the back as well. That is Jacob having to let go of Salatov as they go by. Charvet still at the back of the field. Trying to, not the back of the field anymore because of Plune's mistake, but still trying to work there, and so that looks like a Ferrari. Look at this difference between Molitor and Smits. That is the difference between a Porsche and a Ferrari right now down the Casino Straight. Molitor needs no slipstream, no boost, no DRS, no nothing. Just gets by with no issue on that Porsche. It's only P11, but just that speed difference. So these guys at the front, like O'Donnell, are really going to struggle.
You mean Ogrodnik?
Ogrodnik. I'm thinking of somebody else. Apologies.
You got his name wrong twice already this broadcast.
Welcome to Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.
By the way, new membership levels have gone up, ladies and gentlemen. $2.99 and $4.99 to allow your supports to flow. I'm not a salesman. Can't you tell? Of course, we appreciate the support you send our way. But right now, let's get back to this racing as we see. Oh, sorry, that is Gilles Valero blinking in my eyes as we are on board with Tobias Ogrodnik. Let's actually see the speed difference when they're going to brake. So I have the speed difference for the car number 5 ahead of him. You guys will be able to see the speed difference. 263. When they're braking the same speed, but I imagine the Porsches have it much worse. The Ford's not doing too badly though. I mean, he started 16th overall, which would have put him in 2nd place, but he fell down a few positions. And he's also got Calvin Murr in the way, sort of trying to regain traction on the track. We do have
a nice little battle at the front of the GTE. Sorry, Dave Owen and Zach and Dave and Adam having a little bit of a battle here going down. And you could argue this could be a little battle of fuel saving. They're not close enough. Adam's not close enough to look at making a move if they come out of turn 8 and 9 down to the hairpin. But it'd be interesting to see how close he is once they get out of the casino straight and through the wall of champions, because the gap right now about half a second. And it comes down to who gets the better launch off. So you've got so much runoff there at the hairpin. It's really nice. But Adam's not gaining as much as he'd like. Had to lose a slipstream to let Calvin Murby. 0.4 of a second. Brakes at the 300 mark. Oh god, Adam's got a little bit very hard. Thought he almost went too hard into there, carrying so much speed around here. And that is the issue, that Adam could have looked to make a move into the Virage Senna. He can't, because there's Dave getting slipstream. So, an unfortunate there. He's going to have to wait another lap because these chicanes are so hard to make overtaking moves.
Especially when you have a wall. Remember when we were at what was it? Detroit, Belle Isle.
On Sunday, yes.
Yeah, for the... Well, it was Sunday, yeah. Not for the Super Trophies, but for the Huskyville GT Challenge. Man, I could feel the claustrophobia. Because those walls, they were hugging you. And not like, as in, haha, I'm standing next to a wall. As in, like, I literally have to hug this wall to go fast. And... Right,
we're just hanging on. Oh no, that is Soratov. Soratov's gone off there. He just got a load of a tap from an LMP2. Yeah, oh! That was Nan. Sorry, it wasn't an LMP2, it was an LMP1. That was Daniel Nan spinning him around. Probably just getting the braking zones all wrong there into turn 6. Turn 3, sorry. And yeah, that put Soratov down a couple places. Now in 17th, was 15th.
Oh, striking the wall again. Sorry, we're just seeing... You're seeing the top... What is meant to be the top 7 for each class. It's very empty in LMP1 today. So you're mostly going to be getting coverage from LMP2 and GTE, which is probably a more of the favorite class anyway. But damn it, my favorite class is LMP1. And there's only 2 of them.
I know, and they're Porsches. It brings you back to the old days.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that breaks my heart.
It really breaks your heart? Okay.
Breaks my heart. It really does.
What, seeing Porsches or the old days?
The old days.
Yeah. Those were the days.
When a tractor only worked on like 2 tracks. That's it.
Yes! And I like that, I'm not sure if I think or not, Indianapolis Road Course coming back next season for the European Sprint Series, and we'll be bringing it. Last time the European Sprint Series came, is this with a slowdown?
It is indeed, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's a definite slowdown.
Here's where he took it. Oh, yeah, that was definitely a slowdown. I think he...
yeah, 4 wheels, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair slowdown. I was going to say, European Sprint Series returns to Indianapolis Road Course next season. Last time it happened, well, an Audi couldn't really do anything. And when I say couldn't do anything, you were forced to run high downforce.
Oh, somebody just struck the wall of champions. That's Gilles Villeneuve. Sorry to interrupt. He struck it quite hard. Oh, that was a big doozy going into, and now he's got Tobias Grudnik, who didn't strike the wall of champions, up his back bottom. And
does he have damage?
Oh, he does.
Does he have steering damage?
He's
got steering. Yeah, he's got steering damage, I think. Yeah.
I mean, he struck that thing with a bit of force, didn't he?
Yeah, I would say there's a little bit of steering damage on that car right now for Valero, because I'm seeing more part of a wheel I shouldn't be seeing when I go to a cockpit replay. So that is going to be a challenge. You can see him just trying to get around the corners. Look at him struggling when he comes around turn 7. What's going to happen when he comes to turn 8 and 9? It's a right-hander, so he should be okay. But the left, pushing. They come so close to these walls, it's crazy.
just...
That is a lot of damage.
Yeah. You can see Tobias Ogrodnik coming up to the very back end of that stricken Ferrari. And I say that Gale, he's not happy with it. Well, he's not happy with himself, but he's also not happy that the Ferrari has taken a turn for the worse, especially if his steering rack is damaged. He'll have to be carrying that quite a long way. And Tobias actually opting to fuel save on this straight and see where he can go on the next one. He almost hit the wall. He almost struck the wall this time around. Keep it out of the wall of champions. Don't do a Schumacher.
Well, behind them, you've got Kevin Richard and a Wojciech Koppel, all having a little bit of a battle. Richard is the highest Porsche in the field of GTEs, and you can see that Koppel really trying to string some laps together. He's got Andrea Stefanina right behind as well. It's going to be a challenge to get by, but on the straight, that Ferrari will have the speed. It would be interesting to see what that Porsche behind does as well. As they come around the chicanes, just so much space. And I've just realised the LMP2s have started to go around the GTs. We never really mentioned much about the LMP1, well, as you can expect. But the gaps at the front is just starting to... It's contracting in one way and expanding in another. The front three are separated by 5 seconds. But Raidillon is way up in the lead as Mika is down in P2. And I'm not sure what happened there, but must have had a bad lap or something, because last I looked, he was in the lead. And yeah, he had a 134 a couple laps ago. He was 12 seconds off the pace a couple laps ago. No idea what happened there, but he lost the lead and is like, he needs to get back up. But they're losing time because they're going around traffic and trying to pull away from Lyon now, as he is. But to get up to Raidillon is going to be really tough right now. A 4-second gap as he's going to get by. Look at this, 2 Porsches battling down the casino straight. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I don't think he'll be able to get by any of them, which is good. But then the question is, can he get by at least one of them when it comes down to the Viro Senna? Yeah, he'll get by one, maybe not 2. And that would be a little bit of a blessing. Just keep Will Lyon at bay. A GT a day keeps Will Lyon at bay.
I can't believe you stole that and just bodged it.
Oh no, Jan Kooltz has made contact! Jan Kooltz has made contact! No, I beg your pardon! Jan Kooltz has been made contact with Javier Gomez Games! And that was a turn... What's on earth?
Oh dear, oh dear. He's not got damage, but that's very much inconvenienced the man.
Oh no! Jan Kooltz has had a spin. What will happen to his 27-second lead? Because Daniel Nans, have you seen the back of Daniel Nans' car? Oh dear.
Crikey.
It's been like that for a few laps.
Oh no.
Oh dear. It's been like that for a few laps, and I'm not sure why. Oh, he got taken out! He got taken out braking for the wall, the last chicane, and got driven into the back from Pablo Ruiz. And he's been going around with that much damage to the back of his car. I shouldn't be laughing.
I feel like he's crying. That guy's like, ah! As we see, Christophe Raidillon, he's started lap 12. And he's continuing at pace for Delta Sport. And he is leading Pitari Poikela, car number 1, by just under 5 seconds at the stage. There he is, by the way, on your cameras. You just saw him. And then Will Lyon is he's actually a bit slower that last lap due to traffic, I imagine. But he is still, oh crikey, using all the track and more to try and get around his Ferrari before it went into the first of 2 very, very stressful chicanes. You can just see sort of sliding out of there. Half sliding, half actually turning the car as they're going around. And I think that is a sandwich that he wants to clear as best he can. He'll actually have a good chance coming up the casino straight just before they get to the last chicane. And you can see the gap that he has to clear now. That is a Ferrari on A Ferrari sandwich topped with Porsche goodness, essentially, and he's going on a... Ooh, that is a crash at the wall of champions. Oh, I have no idea who it was. Somebody struck the wall again.
It's O'Dognick. Sorry. O'Gordnick. It hit the wall. He slid. He slid and just tapped the wall. It wasn't... He only barely tapped it, but lost it into the chicane, and just the bumps on the chicane just made him spin around. So the buyer's having a little bit of a struggle there. He loses that slipstream to Valero, and he's lost a lot of time as well. He's now down to fourth. Well, he was down into fourth, but loses time to those at the front because of that. He should be okay from Kevin Richard. He's still 6-7 seconds ahead there, but he's losing time to Valero.
He lost a lot of time to Valero simply because of the amount of drifting that he had to, the amount of holding his brakes that he had to do for the drift. And now he's had to let Pitardi put McKellar go on by.
Yeah, that is a shame. That probably be able to hold up, because Bias is a really good Ford driver. He has proven it, especially at Silverstone. He proved it really well. So he does have the pace. He does have the ability, of course. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's still 41 minutes remaining in this race. Battle's still around the track, as you would expect, as the LMP2s continue their first pass of GTE traffic. David Swartz just getting held up by a couple GTEs right there. That's Polowski and Ruiz, and that allows Carlos Frutos behind him to just... not that I want to look at Frutos because he's got a Ferrari livery on a Dallara LMP2, but it should give him a little bit of an advantage. Oh, but he's not... I don't think he'll be able to get past Polowski. Well, it's going to be a late lunge into Polowski to try and get by before the chicane. Lucas has to turn sometime, and just... Oh, that's a late turn. And that's just going to set up Ruiz. Ruiz is just going to make that there because of that mistake from Frutos going late. Side by side now, we look at Polowski and Ruiz. Polowski's got the inside into turn one, and it may help him. It does. Almost overcooks it, but keeps it going.
He did overcook it.
Definitely overcook it. Yeah, you can see the brakes coming up. I must admit, I didn't think he did at first, but yeah, that was just an over push. Will there be a move into the first chicane? It's too tight. You need the overlap, and he rightfully so. The Ruiz just yield and waits for another chance.
Pablo Javier Ruiz chasing. Oh, he's actually locked up himself. Oh, that's all gone wrong from front left brake. Just continued locking up, and he sees Lukas Palowski just driving off to the distance. There's not much he can do other than just sit there and go, "No, come back, come back." But unfortunately, I don't think he will. We still have this three-way battle going in GTE for 5th, 6th and 7th. Kevin Richard, Wojciech Koppel and Andrea Stefanina. About to start lap 15 for the... Or correction, lap 14 for the GTE class. All of GTE class has at this stage been lapped, and half of the field for LMP2 has been lapped by Jan Korbs at this stage. It is essentially Jan Korbs and Daniel Nans.
No, Jan Korbs has gone into the pits. He's gone into the pits. He's got a 29-second lead. Did he come in for a pit stop with 40 seconds, with 40 minutes left?
Well, I imagine he's coming into the pit stop for just to stop.
Don't tell me he's just doing a drive-through. Tell me he's pitting. Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah, he's car number 6, so he'd probably be up there.
And Daniel Nans just comes right by. And here comes Nans. There's Daniel. Daniel, please, Daniel, park the car. Look at the brake light. There's a little bit just sticking in, on my screen. What is going on with that brake light? Have you seen it?
It's trying its best, okay? It's trying its best.
Brake light shouldn't be bending and working like that, Rob. Look at it.
I'm just going to put it down to... It's a very good brake light. It's an LED strip.
It's bent. It's bent.
Yeah, you can bend LED strips.
Okay, please, you park the car whenever you can. Get that fixed, please. I can't stand looking at it. Let's go back to the GTE. We're watching a nice little battle here between Richard Koppel and Stefanina. Again, I'm amazed this Porsche is able to keep going. It's a tenth faster than Koppel, and really on the front on the back strip, it really shouldn't be. Well, it shouldn't be beating the Ferrari in terms of pace, but it is. I haven't actually looked at their speed differences yet, which would be interesting to see. Continuing to battle, really, it is. I suppose, really, you could say that. You do have this look. You have this like little bit of a long straight here between turn 7 and turn 8, and then a little bit between turn 9 and turn 10, and then you've got the long casino straight. So they do have a lot of straights, but it doesn't feel like Koppel is making the most of it in the Ferrari. Maybe the Porsche just has that acceleration that's just able to negate what that top speed is. It'll be interesting to see when Richard goes by it right now. About 260, 270, I think, is where they were braking before, speeds they would do before braking, weren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, 260 for Richard and Koppel.
And that is once again force wide LMP1 going in, or LMP2, sorry, going the inside, looking to see if they can continue racing. Essentially, it swings around a bit here. It's a bit weird not seeing the LMP1s, but I imagine it probably would haven't been tears. And by the way, Janko's already got back up to Daniel Nans.
Oh my God! Look at this with Daniel Nans. It's just a lot of traffic right now. What I didn't think I'd be saying. The Kenyan Corbs. Can he make the overtake here? No, he's not going to make the overtake. He might get bookmarked. No, he doesn't. Yeah, I think Jan Corbs might have the lead.
Oh yeah, I see the brake light now. That's very not correct.
Yeah. Thank you. Now you understand what I'm on about.
I don't know how it managed to get there, but it did.
It's Jan Corbs. Oh no, Daniel spun!
No, Daniel spun. Oh.
Oh, he has lost the lead of the race.
We have Ladislav Kratchovsky around as well. Let's see what happened to him. Overt cooked it going into the second chicane on the infield, and he's actually just lost a position to Sasha Black, so he'll have to claw that back if he can. What
a livery though for Ladislav. Look at it. It's a Tetris livery.
It's a very nice Tetris livery.
I want that. It's a very colourful livery. So unfortunately, when he spun, everyone got the full, the full display, which was a bit of a shame. Behind him, though, is a little bit of a battle between Charvet and Smits. Again, Charvet just have that speed with the Ferrari, but you get stuck a couple corners around here. You get stuck at one chicane. Then you think you got to be a little bit impatient and go at the second chicane. The second chicane's tight. You try the third chicane, and you're just not in the right place because you didn't set yourself up after the second chicane. And then your only place is hairpin. And I think that's what Charvet might be looking for, but he just continues to just lose time on Smits right now. Smits running a tribute livery on the Porsche. Yeah, it is. I'm just seeing Smits running that tribute livery. Charvet running his own livery, promoting his stuff. These curves are very unforgiving. These little, I wouldn't say they're turtles, because turtles are a different thing when it comes to the American NASCAR racing. Very high curves. They're a little bit like little turtles. In that respect, as Smith locks up at the hairpin. It's going to be a little... Oh, Charvet almost made it a drag race going down at the Casino Straight, but loses a little bit of time. Nance will come by in that LMP1. Charvet might have a move here. Where does Smith go? Smith is going to go to the inside. Charvet will have to do an under braking. He brakes later. Gonna be late. Has he overcooked it? I think he might have overcooked it. He has in the wall. And Charvet in the wall there. And he does have quite a bit of damage to that nose. That was a solid bonk on the nose.
Oh, that was the leader of the LMP2s. Herbignon having to go around the inside of Charvet, who had a very badly damaged, it's got a very badly damaged front end. And so, he's provided another obstacle.
Move on. Oh, that's a shame for Charvet. That is a real shame for Charvet. Will Lyons park the car? I know.
No, Will Lyons still there. What do you mean?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I didn't see Will for a moment, and then yeah, no, he's there.
By the way, that proved another obstacle for Pitari Paquella, who's actually trying to chase down Christophe Herbignon as they come just up to the halfway point of this race. And he actually was catching him at a good steady rate for 4 to 5 tenths, and then he had that extra traffic to deal with that Herbignon could deal with immediately after he just got out of the final chicane, whereas Pitari Paquella had to deal with it for two corners essentially. And you can just see him in the background there. He's actually fallen back quite a way by. He fell back by about half a second, and now he's got to make that up all over again as he come past for LMP2 lap 20. As you can see again, Vitali Paquella in the first corner, he's just stuck. He's stuck behind traffic. Traffic just keeps coming his way. And Christophe is just getting essentially aces all around. Oh, don't strike the wall there. And oh, crikey, was that? That was very much almost a wall strike by Pitari. And Roman Walter coming in for LMP2. The first one to blink. No, sorry, the second one to blink. Lasse Nielsen has actually blinked himself. So the pit stops are starting to happen for the pets as they come just past the halfway point now. Pitari Paquella chasing down the car number 3 in the GTEs. Andrea Stefanina chasing down for top 5. He's chasing Kevin Richard at the moment, as Tobias Ogrodnik is attempting to catch up to Gail Valero at the back of GTE field. Jerome Charvet is trying not to get overtaken by 2 Porsches, as he's carrying a good bit of front end damage now, so it'll be actually negating any advantage that Ferrari has over the bopped Porsche 991s. Does this LMP2 interfere?
He can't. I mean, sorry, Plon cannot do anything because he's got wing damage. So it's like, oh, okay. Greening just made me jump a little bit there because it looked like he went for an overtake and went straight in for a pit, which was very confusing. Very confusing. But you're looking at this battle between Charvet, Plon, and Hernandez. Well, Charvet's got a massive dent to the front of his car. Plon's got wing damage, and Hernandez has got the back of his car pushed in. This is, it's like a mission. It's a bits and bobs. It's a banger racing at the moment at the back of the field because they are still drivable, but they're all carrying significant damage that will be affecting them. I mean, Hernandez probably got a little bit of splitter damage. Charvet's got, you know, he's going to be having a lot of dirty air from that nose just not being aerodynamic, and Bond is just not carrying the downforce that he would like with that wing, and he's going to be affected by top speed as well. But I think Bond might be catching. But the speeds are looking so identical at the moment, it's hard to see. It all depends who gets the better run out of the hairpin. And it's Charvet. And that Porsche there is just not able to do much with that broken wing.
I mean, it's not that broken.
Yeah, but it's not straight. Is it?
No, but I mean, it's a lot better looking than Charvet's front end. Charvet's front end looks very damaged.
It wasn't even a heavy hit to the wall. And like, yeah, that's the damage he gets. So I am surprised at that for Charvet. but he is able to pull away a little as Hernandez now in the battle with Plume. Looks like Plume's just had a little bit of a bad chicane to end the lap. Bit of a shame. LMP2, it's still looking pretty quiet around the LMP2 field at the moment. I've got to be honest, there's not much happening.
It's all spread out. It's all spread out.
It's all spread out. Michael Greening almost hit the walls. He went a little bit too hard, but yeah, it's all spread out. We're mainly keeping an eye on, can Polika just finally get free of traffic and make a catch on Herbinot? It's really tough. But the gap's now down to 2.4 seconds, so who knows, that red line car might be able to claw back and get this victory with 27 minutes remaining.
Matthias Luminius is catching up to Schwartz, who is having to deal with the Ferrari that he cannot get around, so the gap has now just collapsed almost entirely as he just weaves and tries to recorrect the car. David Schwartz sees the LMP2 in his rear mirrors and says, I need to get out of here. But he's not going to have much reprieve as going through. Matthias Luminous should be able to clear him. He doesn't clear him at the hairpin. You'll have to clear him at Casino, but he'll have a clear run at it. So not too shabby on that front, but the gap between Christophe Herbigno and Pitari Pakela has now come down to just over 1.5 seconds as he makes this charge. He had a second on him on that last lap, as the traffic now has turned the tables and has now inconvenienced Christophe more than Pitari had. Let me see, does he make the moves? Oh, on the inside, that's a mistake. He'll have to cut back around.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there. I think he just didn't realize. Well, I don't think the GCEs knew where they were going themselves. Doesn't lose a lot of time. By the way, Daniel Nance in the pits there for the LMP1s. I think that's just a scheduled pit stop. But yeah, it does not affect him too much. In fact, now Herbigno has been held up by an LMP2. That is Kratachil, who then holds up Palika. So Patari finally gets through, and to be fair, Ladislav can't go anywhere, but he's gone wide to let Christoph through, and then decides to just do the corner, and that holds Patari up. But finally, Patari in at the slipstream of Herbinot. But we could be seeing an overtake, and you can see the lap time difference. A 125.8 and a 124.5. You can tell who had the traffic that last lap and who was able to get around it during the straights.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just also depends on the raw pace as well. Because, that is a wall strike by Poikela, and Daniel Nance has parked the car. Jan Korps is the last remaining running LMP1 car. There he is.
So we can say that Jan Korps has won the race.
Yeah. With 24 minutes ago, yes, he has won. He's won LMP1.
No, Daniel Nance is disqualified.
What?
I'll say that again. Daniel. Oh, please don't tell me he had the meatball glitch.
Oh dear.
He reversed. He missed his pit box and reversed down the pit lane.
Oh. Let's have a look. I
just heard him on the radio. He reversed down the pit lane because his lollipop man was not there.
Oh, we won't be able to. We won't be able to see his lollipop man, but well, he keeps going. Don't reverse, man! Toe, no!
How many bases did he go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my!
And there he goes. He got disqualified just then and there.
But he realizes that technically he was the second placed LMP2. His box would be at the front of the field, right?
Yeah.
He never got to Lollipop Man and thought it was behind.
I see Jan Corp. Jan Corp's not even racing anymore. He's just cruising around. He's like, yeah, I bet them. At me.
I know, yeah, I know Will was been Jan at the start of the race. You should just join us LMP2s and not use any boost.
Well, he's already lapped nearly all of them at this point. And they're all coming into the pits. And look at the gaps now. They're both going to go to their boxes.
Oh, they're right on each other. They're right on each other. And Herbino had to come in first. And yeah, and Palika does have the box behind and was in the lead. This is the longest wait you will ever have to see who goes. If there was a pit crew, we'd be able to tell you what was going on, but it's just fuel going in. Who goes first? Who fuels for the most, or who fuels least? And it's Palika.
Yeah, Pitari is out first, and he's got that first position. On-track overtake in the pit stops. Comes to Pitari Piquet Poikela.
So that is a change to the lead. I'm just looking. You remember this battle we had with Richard, Stefanina, and Koppel? I mean, they're separated by about 3 seconds, the three of them, but they're still like almost in slipstream range. And one mistake in the pit lane could cost him right now. Richard just getting a little bit held up there from Listen in the LMP2. Continues to just go around and will start to pull away, but Richard trying to use that slipstream in the LMP2, but he's about to get caught by Stefanina at the back. As Stefanina starts to get a little bit of a tow. So sooner or later, these two will be back together. And no, there you go. Richard into the pit. Stefanina decides, I'm going to go one more lap, maybe a few more. Very interesting. Richard had no one in front of him. There was no slipstream with Stefanina and just decided now's the time to pit. So questionable pit call there.
And as you can see, this is the new order of things in LMP2. As we see Pitari Paqueta and Christophe Herbigno coming up on a car that just came out of the pits of the lapped LMP2. Side by side with the leader of the race. That is the car number 31 of Sasha Black. As she lets Pitari Paqueta by. Christophe Herbigno is flashing his lights. He wants to get past. And he wants Sasha to let him through as best as she can. Just so he can go ahead and continue racing.
Come on, Sasha. Come on. Just lift. Just lift. Just lift. I think there's the overlap there. So yeah. Oh! No! 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 Now who touched there? I'm not sure. I think it might have been. Yeah, Sasha. She held a line. Herbigno clipped. It was Herbigno trying to take as tight of a line and clipped.
Yeah, and there goes that rear end. And yeah, he came in too early and sent himself off into the embankment on that further side. Does he carry damage?
Unfortunate. I don't think he's carrying. No, he's not carrying any damage. That's the one good thing. But that was such an unfortunate thing to happen. Actually, now I want to say, does he have damage? But when you've got the default camera, it's hard to see because we all know that the cockpit, that the driver sits at an angle to the steering wheel, so I can't tell. If I'm brutally honest, I think there is a little bit of steering damage. I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to tell now.
Use the bodywork because it'll be angled anyway. Just use the bodywork as a reference to the steering wheel, and if they don't seem right, then maybe. Though he is going right now at this point, so.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think he does. No, I don't think he does.
Nope. That's a somewhat relief. Yeah, no, we're fine. Everyone, Let's stop panicking. Will Lyon is actually still losing time to him anyway, so that just shows a lot. But the gap went from, what, a second to 14 seconds just on that one mistake.
And there's not much that he can do other than just continue going around. And, you know, hope and pray that he can, you know, keep third place. Because if Michael Grainig, you know, gathers any pace, and that is Christoph sending it into turn 1, very deep into turn 1. Not sure if he's fully in control of that car at the moment. I think it's been too ropey ooh, he's sliding around a lot.
Okay, so some of the GTEs have pitted. Owen's pitted, Valero's pitted, Ogrognik and Richard have pitted. So Stefanina has not pitted. That is what we're going to keep an out for. Adam hasn't pitted, but he's just pitting right now. So I'm not sure what the gap was between Isaacson and Owen, but one pit stop could change it. Now, would you say Adam's driving a... Oh no, would you say the back of the car for Adam's car is pink?
Yeah, Isaacson's.
Yeah.
I can't tell this camera angle. Let me see if I can get a different camera angle. Oh, he's moving. He's back moving.
He's moving. He's moving.
That is pink, yes.
Yeah, and Owen comes by, and just comes by. He's got Corbs coming by him. What's the gap going to be? 4 seconds? 5 seconds? 3 seconds. Sorry. So not too bad there for Isaacson, but Owen.
Isaacson.
Isaacson.
You said Isaacson.
Isaacson. I should just say it is Zach's son. There we go. If Adam ever watches this, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Gap is though 3 seconds. He could catch them. He could catch. You know, anything can happen in the next 15 minutes and 43 seconds. As I see a lot of cars in the... Did I see a lot of cars in the pits, or was that just me? It was at the back of the field. Charvet, Hernandez, and Solodov all coming in. Now, will any of them take their damage? That's the next question, because we know Charvet's got damage. No, he doesn't. So, there. And neither does Hernandez. So, there's my answer. Two of the most banged up cars on the field at the moment, deciding that they will keep going. Stefanina comes out, and it's... comes out ahead of Kroppel, but loses time on Richard, but keeps that position over Kroppel as well. So, gap there now is about just under a second with Katrucci in right between them. So, a little bit of a Ferrari-Dallara sandwich right there.
Yeah, it is pink. Sorry, just to completely answer your question, it is pink. 15, less than 15.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Rob. Yeah, hi, you're Rob. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is pink. Yeah.
Thanks for getting that answer for me after about 5 minutes. Oh, I did forget what you were saying there. I was like, pink? Oh, yeah, pink, yeah. Oh, Jan Korbs is going to pick up perhaps his easiest victory ever. I mean, I can't even knock on wood right now because, what, he's 2 laps ahead now of the LMP? No, he's still 1 lap ahead of the LMP2, so he might lose it. And then what happens? Then we have an LMP2 winning the European Sprint Series, which has never happened. We don't want that. Oh, wow. This isn't Le Mans with Jackie Chan racing near the top 3, okay? Just saying. Although, this does bring up very interesting questions about... God, Hovenyo just taps the back there of Sagan. Oh, man, just a bit of a tap there coming through the chicane. Gets by, though, but almost that could have been game-ending for both of them. As Christoph is, well, I guess still trying to push to make sure Will Lyon doesn't gain. because Will Lyon did take half a second out that last lap. So who knows? Who knows what the Iron Brew LMP2 can do? Please bring back the P1 version. There's too much Iron Brew on this one. I don't like it. Sasha Black's in the wall. Now what's happened there to Sasha?
There you go. My microphone just decided that. Oh, what? On the. Oh, I have no idea what went on there. Let's have a look.
Yeah, got neck coated from Raidillon. And then she goes around and hits Raidillon. Oh no. There is some. Well, you can never tell with these LMP2s how much damage there is.
Well, I imagine he's got damage now at this point. I imagine. That's a pretty big shunt to experience.
Plus a couple seconds to Will Lyon as well, so that's going to hinder as well. As Lyon looks to get a podium in the LMP2s. Something I never thought I'd be saying. I know he does drive the LMP2 elsewhere, but usually an LMP1 driver for the European Sprint Series, so interesting seeing him make the change. Now, there's an on-track battle. A three-car battle in the LMP2s. Nagel, Schwartz, Nielsen, all separated by a second and a half, but they're all in tow of each other as Jan Koolse just decides, I just want the SR. And why not? Take the SR while you can. These three all battling. Look how close they get as they come around the corner, and Schwartz hit the grass. Hit the curb there during the hairpin. That's going to hinder him. Nielsen might get a little bit closer, but they're all separated by half a second right now. And I can see Schwartz is gaining. Nielsen is somewhat gaining, but look how they come around. That cannot feel good going around those corners like they do in the, avoiding the Wall of Champions. And that is Schwartz trying to catch Nagel right now. Car 29, car 30, and car 25. Sorry, in a battle with 10 minutes to go.
The battles in GTE, by the way. Wojciech Koppel is trying to catch up onto the rear end of Andrea Stefanina. And that is literally it right now. But the heat is turning up for the boys because it is all about. Well, actually, I was about to say all about the top five, but it's 6th, 7th, and 8th is the battle right now for LMP1. So I'm trying to see what kind of livery he's on. I'm trying to guess. I thought it was like a John Deere livery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or like it looked like it at a glance, but then it was very, very chrome-ish. And I was just like,
I like how we just had a Ferrari livery Dallara overtake two Ferraris. Now, I know one of them is the SMP Racing Ferrari that's in WEC. But what is Koppel driving? Oh, hello. Speaking of LMP2s, Brutos goes wide and Koppel hasn't taken evasive action. And Stefanina tries to go around. Let's forget that talk. I've cursed 3 Ferraris. Well, I've cursed 2.5 Ferraris. Not even. I've cursed 2.25 Ferraris. That close enough?
You've cursed Ferraris. How about that?
2 of them aren't that cursed. But no, Koppel continues the battle, but just getting caught out there at the Raj Center, it really is just a struggle to make any sort of overtaking move there. And you have to get side by side, and even when they come up to this chicane, what can you do if you get side by side? The overlap. If you're on the inside, you're going to suffer. So not much to do about nothing right now. But as these two battle on, a few seconds behind them is that battle in the LMP2s. As we were saying, that I still don't get what this livery is from Nagel. I think it's a team livery, but it's so hard with the spec map to see. We're looking at Iron Monkey Motorsport is what I can read on the above the visor of the window, and it's gaining a lot of time with Nielsen. What happened to Nielsen? What happened to Nelson and Schwartz, Rob? Did I miss something when talking about that? I think I did. I did. Schwartz gets turned around by himself.
Wait, what?
Once again, Schwartz decided to run the inside of the hairpin so tight, he went onto the grass. And there's a dip between the curb and the grass, and it sent him round.
Let's have a look then, because I was trying to figure out what you were trying to say, and I was like, this boy, what's he saying? What kind of stuff is he saying? Let's go ahead and see. Going on the inside, and yeah, exactly as you described. You said he turns himself around.
Yeah, I say what I see. Like catchphrase. 7 minutes remaining. 5 seconds of the gap between Lion and Herman. No, I don't think there'll be any fireworks there elsewhere because of what just happened with that issue with Schwartz. There's no real battles, but Schwartz is trying to catch onto the back in the list, and he's going to use Walter and as like a slipstream. And oh dear word, Stefanino almost pushing Walter into the wall there. Schwartz may get by Stefanino as she's also struggling now to catch up to the back of Koppel, losing the slipstream. And just look at them, just struggling to get around the wall of the chicane into the wall of champions. Does, but Schwartz gap to Nelson is a second and a half. It's going to be tough, especially when you're about to get, watch this with Schwartz with Paul. Starts a second and a half, held up in at the garage center. Going to be 2 seconds now, half a second loss just because of having to take a different line because of the GTE traffic.
And we go through with just 6 minutes left to go on the clock.
Can I tell you that Jan Coles went purple last lap?
Yeah, that's
all I've got. 1:19.344.
He's alone in his own class. He's literally driving around in the car number 6. Like, he could literally go into the pits right now and he's still gain iRacing.
But he wouldn't win, would he? He wouldn't win the race. He's only a second ahead of Keller. You need that big fat W, Rob. Like, you can't say you won your class with LMP1 if it was like, I finished third overall, but I won my class. You know, it's different. But he is showing how you can take a LMP1 around twists and turns of Montreal's. Come back here again next season. So, does show a difference. And I'll tell you one thing as well with these LMP1s is because they've got that boost, they are able to get around some of these cars, the chicanes, because the LMP2, just there's a couple of chicanes, it cannot make an overtake because it does not have that get up and go. That's somewhere like Jan Korbs has right now. So 4 minutes gone.
I mean, he also has a cheap button called Boost.
That's what I mean. But that's the only reason he's able to get around traffic so easily. Are you ready for the last 4 minutes?
Maybe. Maybe not. What's it to you?
I don't know. What is it to me? That car going off, or am I just seeing things? I'm just seeing things. No, it is a car going off. That Greening going off? Yes. No, that was Michael Greening. I think he missed the entire. Yeah, he missed the entirety of the garage to center. I just decided, nope, not making it. Gonna use the runoff. Very questionable there from P4, but he is 30 seconds ahead, so he can afford to make mistakes like that. Not that you want to make mistakes, but Jan Koors went purple again, by the way, as he continues to navigate traffic at 1:19.301. Just out there having fun right now in the JDM Porsche.
As you do. As you do. You know, just do I have fun or do I have fun? Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. Yes. 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 Right.
Michael Grenick fourth position overall. Or no, fourth position in LMP2. As there is literally... There's quite literally one battle going on right now. And that is Lasse Nielsen and David Schwartz for 7th position in LMP2.
You mean Nego and Nielsen, not Schwartz? Your name's wrong, Rob.
Oh, I got them mixed up. Yep. Oh, that's that's Tobias Grodnik going round.
Did he do that himself?
I think he did.
He did? No, he caught the grass. Oh, he caught the grass. Oh. And he goes by and just gives a solitary F for what happened as he comes to the start straight. So, yeah, that's a shame there. But he's still keeping his P4. Richard is now only a second and a half away, ahead of Koppel, so that's one to keep eyes on with the last 2 minutes. But the GTs are coming to start lap 38 of 40 for them. Jan Korbs is on lap 42 of 44. Almost time, Rob. It's almost time to say goodbye once again.
I heard it hurts every time. He's actually going to have 2 laps. He's going to be starting this is the penultimate lap.
It goes purple again. And that is having a home as games. Going off the track and taking a... Well, it's not a joker lap there, being really...
Joker lap.
You've never heard the terminology when a driver goes on the grass? Call it a joker lap?
No, I just say that they went off in the grass.
Ah, you've been away from racing for too long. We need to get you back up.
What do you mean? Also, by the way, Jan Korbs, I'm tempted to do like a Murray Walker. It's like he's really putting the pedal to the metal. Down into first. Up into second. Up into third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Yes!
Sorry. I'm sorry. Are you saying that he took the hairpin in first gear?
Yeah. What about it?
I didn't realize LMP1s used the first gear.
Yeah, for Montreal's hairpin, yeah, you definitely do. As they come around now, this is going to be the final lap for the boys in Jan Korbs toys. And I think that's going to be the final lap for the LMP. I think this is the final lap for the LMP2, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Vitali is currently getting held up by back markers in his own field. Nego and Nielsen, who are in their own little battle. So he's just going to be holding on. He'll be taking his white flag shortly. Dave Owen is now taking his white flag. So, yeah, everyone's on their last lap.
Let's see. Pitardi, Picetta. I think he's coming up to take his Joker lap. Except it's the end of the race, so we don't have Joker laps on
he's in a precarious situation though, because look at Nielsen making the move on Nego.
Can I check Discord? Yes, I can. I'll check it after the race. Oh wait, hang on. Does he have to go around again?
Yeah, they got one more lap.
Oh, I thought he. Oh,
no.
Nah. It's Jan Korbs, by the way. 19 laps ahead of the competition.
There's Jan Korbs. The race is over. Jan Korbs with the hardest victory he has ever had in LMP1. Oh dear.
Dear.
So how about Montreal for next season?
No.
Well, it's in the schedule.
Oh.
Dave Owens just got one last chicane, and he will win the GTE category. Misses the wall, and that I don't know what that pattern design on the car is, will come across the line and take victory. And then Petteri Palika, one last chicane, and we'll get our 3 winners of the category today. Almost lost it in front of him. Petteri Palika for Redline takes victory in the LMP2s, and everyone starts to make their way home.
Take me home, country roads.
Montreal.
Oh yeah, Montreal. The race results are on your screens. We'll let them scroll through while we let Craig King tell you about Raidillon.
Oh, Raidillon. We're live here on YouTube. I can't sing. I'm not going to do that. Right.
Yeah.
Live already. If you liked what you if you like what we do, if you like what we do, hit that subscribe button. This is an anomaly for the season. Of course, Montreal, not a very popular pick. A link once again to our Discord down below, and trackcams222. Trackcams22.com, providing the camera angles today. I love these camera angles, love the aerial shots, everything they provide. It's fantastic. I do apologize for what, it's not been the best of races. Next week will be better, of course. Next Friday, 1900 GMT. Quenring Mategi is back in the schedule, and it will be here next Friday. But if you want more from us, now we showed you some action from the Racing Sim Rigs World Series and the Racing Sim Rigs Super Trofeo Monday at 2000 GMT for their 2 sprint races. And then Wednesday, the World Series is back. But the next time you'll see us too, well, hear us too, because we don't have web cameras, will be Sunday, 1945 GMT, for the Huskenveld GT Challenge. Until then, though, my name, well, as we're still seeing the results, but I will say that my name is Craig King.
My name has been Robert O'Brien.
And this has been Raidillon TV. I got it right at the end of the results. The only corner you need.